Hi guys, my name is Jessica and welcome to my channel. Today is actually my first video on this channel. I am super excited about it. I've been actually making content for around 3 to 4 years now on TikTok and Instagram. I normally make cosplay content on there for characters that I have read or seen or watched movies about, just stuff like that. And I have been kind of falling out of love for it, so I decided to start making a YouTube channel. It's actually something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and then I was really into book talk on TikTok, and I've been reading for quite a long time. I've read since I think 6th or 7th grade in middle school is when I fully started going to like big reading. And then I found book talk and was like, I just love this. And then I found Booktube and I was like, I want to join this community. I want to be part of it and I want to make content for people on Booktube. So that's what this video is about. I have a newbie book tag with questions on it that I'm willing to answer, and we are gonna just answer questions. You guys are gonna get to know me. My desk was shaking. I hit my desk. Question 1. What are you most excited about with this new channel? I would say I'm most excited about just having a new platform. I would say I've been wanting to do YouTube, as I mentioned, for years now, and I've always been too nervous to do anything about it or know what I was gonna post and just stuff like that. I've always thought I was gonna do vlogs, but I don't really have that interesting of a life to do vlogs, honestly. And reading is just something I've always loved to do, so I think that's what I'm most excited about. It's broadening my reading and just doing something I love and making content out of it, and I'm really excited to do that. Question 2. Why do you love to read? I would say the reason I love to read is because I love getting lost in a story. I mostly read fantasy books, and that's a big part of why I love to read, is because I love just sitting down with a book and getting lost in a world that's not this one, honestly, because this one can be very hard at times, and it's nice to just escape that for a little bit. So that's really why I love to read. I love attaching to characters, and I love just the feeling of magic and creativity and all that kind of stuff. Question 3. What book or series got you into reading? The Harry Potter series. I think I read it in 6th or 7th grade and I just fell in love with it because growing up I was diagnosed with dyslexia, and that made it so I didn't really want to read, but I went through a lot of like just eye training and therapy and just stuff like that, like to get, well, not really therapy, I would say it was like this kind of program that helped you learn to read, I guess, again. And I went through that and it taught me how to read, and I remember reading Harry Potter for the first time and just absolutely falling in love with reading. It was one of my favorite things to do, and I read Deathly Hallows in 2 days. Like, it is one of my favorite book series and one of my favorite things to do because it was what got me into reading. Question 4. What question would you ask your favorite booktubers? This is really hard, but I'd say once you finish a series, how do you know what book to start next? Like, let's say, like, for example, with right now I'm kind of in a reading slump, we'll say that. And I'm kind of in a reading slump and I don't really know what to read. So like, how do they find their next book and keep making content? That's something I've always struggled with. It's like, oh, I don't want to start another book because that one was so good, and like, I don't know. Stuff like that. I would ask them probably that question. Question 5. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Consistency. I suck at consistency. Like, if you go on my TikTok, like my videos, like one will be posted in March and the next one will be posted in July. Like, I suck at consistency. So I'm hoping with this channel, one of my big goals with this channel is to keep consistent with it. Question 6. When did you start reading? I think I mentioned this before, but I really got into reading in like 6th or 7th grade and I just fell in love. Question 7. Where do you read? Mostly in my room or on my bed, like at my desk or my bed. But we also have a bonus room at my house that I love to read in because of the couch in there. So those are my main places. Question 8. What kind of books do you read? I think I mentioned this also, but I mostly read fantasy books because I love getting lost in like the story and the magic of it. I love dragons, think they're so cool, so I love reading stories about dragons. So like fantasy / young adult, dystopian, those kind of stories. I do not like thrillers though. It's gonna be really controversial, but I hate, like, I'm not a big scary person. I hate scary movies. Like, I'm not a big scary person, so reading scary books is like not really for me. So I haven't really delved deep into thrillers. I'm not a big thriller person. I'd much rather do a fantasy series. Or like a romance series and a thriller, or murder mystery or true crime or whatever. Not really for me. Question 9. Do you reread books? Sometimes. For example, I think I've reread the Harry Potter book series 2 or 3 times. I think it depends on the book that I'm rereading. But in total, I read the series twice. But a couple of the books I've read more than once. Also, I realized I keep spinning in my chair. And I should stop doing that. But the chair is spinny and I have ADHD. And I just spin. Okay. I'll try and stop. Okay. This is the last question. What is your favorite book of all time? Great question. My favorite book of all time will have to be Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, I think. Madeline Miller, yeah. So my favorite book series would have to be that one. I love that book with my entire heart. It was one of my favorites. It's what got me into reading more than just series. It was what broadened my horizon. And I just loved every minute of that book. Alright, well that is all the questions I have. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye!